Alright guys, gonna be honest here. We need to talk about counter. Hey guys, welcome back. Today's another short video. Sorry, I know you probably want V2 concepts and I am working on them, but before I do those I want to wait until new updates happen, just so I can also make videos covering that. But that's not the point. Today, we need to look at counter because with the way it currently is, it might be in the discussion of best style in terms of being well balanced. See, here's why I think this. Pre-feint update, counter was a solid style, but it had some major flaws. One being a pretty basic downside, the simple fact that its heavy attack was a single-sided, easy-to-read attack. This made M2 counters extremely hard to land unless your opponent was either 1, much slower, or 2, very prone to whiffing. Add to this counter's already low damage output, and before this update I'd forgive you for saying counter was no higher than B tier. Another massive disadvantage that, even now, it still faces, is counter reliance.
Wait, counter reliance? What even is that?
Well, put into the simplest terms, counter reliance is when a style relies mainly on counter hits for damage. This isn't too bad on its own, however. Some styles can be brutal to use without counters, to the point where you practically need people to swing first in order for your style to work. Mainly, this affects counter and hands low the worst, as their weaker base attacks make dealing damage a pain without counters. Add to this the fact that they can't break blocks as easily either, and if you go up against a defensive opponent, it's pretty much over for you. But here's where things get crazy. With the addition of feints, these two styles in particular have seen a massive resurgence due to the fact that feints work very well with their play style. Naturally, counter and hands low have very fast M1s, making landing first a non-issue. Add to this the fact that counter's M2 is just begging to be perfect dodged, and 90% of the time, you'll catch the opponent just because they will automatically dodge the M2, expecting a free hit when, in reality, they just walked into a counter. And while, yes, counter reliance is still a major issue, with counter I'd say it's nothing to worry about for most people. Although, as you will see soon, things get bad fast if you can't land counters against someone who is equally good as you. Anyway, enjoy the gameplay.